The Spartan phalanx stands as an enduring symbol of military ingenuity and discipline, embodying the essence of ancient Spartan warfare. This powerful military formation, characterized by tightly knit rows of soldiers armed with spears and shields, was designed to act as a single, impenetrable unit. Soldiers, or hoplites, would lock their shields together to create a wall of protection, while their spears protruded outward to fend off enemy advances. This strategic arrangement required intense training, unity, and loyalty, hallmarks of Spartan society. The Spartan phalanx's significance cannot be overstated. It revolutionized ancient warfare, transforming the battlefield by emphasizing collective strength over individual prowess. This concept mirrored the Spartan ethos, where the community was valued above personal glory. The formation's effectiveness lay in its ability to maintain cohesion, creating a formidable force that often dictated the outcomes of battles. As such, the phalanx serves as a testament to the strategic brilliance and discipline that defined Spartan military dominance. Historically, the Battle of Thermopylae offers a compelling example of the phalanx in action. Despite facing overwhelming Persian forces, the Spartan-led Greek coalition held firm for days, showcasing the phalanx's defensive capabilities. Another notable example is the Battle of Plataea, where the Spartan phalanx was instrumental in defeating the Persian army, ultimately tipping the scales in favor of the Greeks during the Greco-Persian Wars. These instances underscore the phalanx's role in shaping the course of history. Supporters of the phalanx concept argue that it highlights the power of collective effort and shared sacrifice, qualities that have resonated throughout military history. The phalanx has influenced modern military strategies, emphasizing the importance of coordination and teamwork in combat. However, the phalanx was not without challenges. Its effectiveness depended on flat terrain and a disciplined, cohesive unit. Any disruption could lead to collapse. Critics also point out that the heavy reliance on armor and formation limited mobility, making it vulnerable to more agile opponents. Additionally, historical accounts primarily highlight Spartan successes, potentially overshadowing their defeats or the contributions of other Greek city-states. The Spartan phalanx profoundly influences our understanding of ancient warfare and the Spartan way of life. It connects to broader themes of unity, discipline, and strategy, crucial elements that shaped the legendary status of the Spartans. By examining the phalanx, we gain insight into the societal ideals that propelled Sparta to its iconic place in history and warfare. The heading, Battle Cry of the Ages, Secrets Behind the Legendary Spartan Phalanx, delves into the intricate military formation that stands as a testament to the discipline, strength, and strategy of ancient Spartan warriors. The Spartan phalanx was a tactical infantry formation made up of heavily armed soldiers called hoplites. These soldiers stood shoulder to shoulder, forming a dense rectangular mass, where each warrior's shield protected not just themselves but also the soldier to their left. This interlocking of shields created an impenetrable wall of defense and allowed the Spartans to push forward as a unified force. The significance of the Spartan phalanx lies in its demonstration of communal power over individual prowess in warfare. This formation was crucial in several pivotal battles, allowing the Spartans to maintain military dominance across Greece for centuries. Strategically, it emphasized discipline and collective strength, reflecting Spartan values of loyalty, unity, and sacrifice for the greater good. One iconic example of the Spartan phalanx's effectiveness was during the Battle of Thermopylae, where under the command of King Leonidas, a small Greek force including 300 Spartans famously held off a vastly superior Persian army before ultimately succumbing. Another instance was the Battle of Plataea, which saw the Greek phalanx under Spartan leadership win decisively against the Persians, marking a turning point in the Greco-Persian Wars. Supporters of the phalanx formation highlight its innovative approach to combat, emphasizing how it redefined warfare by championing team dynamics over individual heroics. The focus on unity and mutual protection over sheer numbers or isolated valor set a precedent for military strategies that followed. However, critics note that the phalanx was inflexible, struggling on uneven or open terrain, and vulnerable to flanking maneuvers. Some argue that the heavy reliance on strict formation stifled adaptability. Despite these challenges, the Spartan phalanx directly influenced subsequent military formations and tactics. Its disciplined approach laid the groundwork for later military doctrines promoting coordination and cohesion among soldiers. Thus, the phalanx connects deeply to the broader themes of Spartan society, illuminating the interplay between military innovation, cultural values, and historical legacy. The principles embodied in the Spartan phalanx continue to resonate in modern discussions about leadership, teamwork, and strategic planning, cementing its status as a legendary military concept that transcends its ancient origins. In exploring the historical development and evolution of the Spartan phalanx, we delve into a military formation that epitomized cohesion and discipline, The phalanx was a tight infantry formation where soldiers, called hoplites, stood shoulder to shoulder, shields overlapping, and spears extended outward. This formation was not only a physical alignment, but a symbol of unity and collective strength, representing the fierce and disciplined essence of Spartan society itself. The significance of the phalanx formation in the context of Spartan military prowess cannot be overstated. It was fundamental to Sparta's domination in battlefields during their era. The evolution of this formation, particularly its perfection by Sparta, was integral because it embodied the Spartans' commitment to discipline, their innovative approaches to warfare, and ultimately their reputation as one of the most formidable military powers in ancient Greece. The phalanx required intense training and an unwavering resolve, reflecting Spartan values and societal priorities, such as loyalty and endurance. Real-world examples of the phalanx's application include the Battle of Thermopylae, where a small Spartan-led force famously held off a much larger Persian army, showcasing the tactical advantages offered by the phalanx. Another example is the Battle of Plataea, where the phalanx played a crucial role in the Greek victory over the Persians, affirming its effectiveness in real combat scenarios and solidifying its place in military history. Support for the Spartan phalanx often stems from recognition of its tactical supremacy and the way it exemplified Spartan virtues. Advocates praise the phalanx for the emphasis it placed on teamwork and unity, core tenets that can be seen as extending beyond warfare into various aspects of society. However, challenges and controversies exist about its rigidity and effectiveness in varied terrains, which may leave room for alternative viewpoints. Critics argue that while effective on open fields, the phalanx was less adaptable in rough terrains or against more flexible formations like those employed by later Roman and Macedonian armies. The concept of the phalanx undoubtedly influences other aspects of Spartan society, notably its social structure and values. The necessity for cohesion and discipline within the formation mirrored the broader societal expectations of Spartan citizens, aligning military prowess with civic life. Thus, the phalanx was not just a military tactic but a reflection of Spartan identity and a profound influence on the legendary stature of the Spartan warriors, echoing through the ages as a defining characteristic of their legacy. The heading Formation Tactics, the Shield Wall and Spear Bristle dives into the foundational elements of the Spartan phalanx, a formation that epitomized the military prowess of ancient Sparta. At its core, the Spartan phalanx was a tight-knit rectangular mass infantry formation that utilized a shield wall combined with spear tips projecting forward, a visual and physical deterrent against enemy forces. Each soldier, or hoplite, carried a shield, aspis, on their left arm, overlapping the soldier to their left, thereby forming an interlocking shield wall that provided substantial defensive strength. Held in their right hands, the spears created an offensive line that could thrust out above or between the shields as needed. The significance of the phalanx formation lies in its disciplined cohesion and the critical role it played in Sparta's battlefield dominance. It relied heavily on the unity and collective discipline of the soldiers, which reflected the Spartan society's values of teamwork and sacrifice for the greater good. The phalanx formation is directly tied to their military conquests and the enviable reputation that Spartan warriors enjoyed across the ancient world. One real-world application of this tactic was seen in the Battle of Thermopylae, where a small force of Spartan soldiers held back a significantly larger Persian army, demonstrating the power of disciplined formation and tactical warfare. Similarly, during the Battle of Plataea, the phalanx allowed the Greeks to decisively defeat the Persians despite numerical inferiority, showcasing its utility as a force multiplier in combat situations. Supporters of the phalanx concept highlight its efficiency in turning ordinary soldiers into a specialized fighting force, reliant not on individual prowess, but collective discipline. However, the formation was not without its challenges and controversies. The rigid structure of the phalanx could be cumbersome, making it vulnerable to more flexible and mobile opponents. Critics argue that while effective, the phalanx was overly dependent on flat, open battlefields and could be outflanked by more nimble forces. Additionally, the concept of the phalanx intersects with broader traditional values of Spartan society, such as loyalty, discipline, and communal responsibility, which were vital to maintaining the cohesion of the formation. As such, the phalanx not only exemplified Spartan military tactics, but also reinforced the cultural ethos that underpinned Spartan society, illustrating the intertwined nature of their martial techniques and socio-political identity.